Still be able to come and worship the Lord on Easter.
Melissa Lambert attends Easter service every year with her sisters. This year at Hazel Park First Baptist, tuning into the radio frequency as the pastor preaches from the parking lot pulpit.
This is my family all along over here, the next two cars, and normally we get together and we have Easter dinner, and we can't do that this year. But we got here a little early and we took some selfies of us in the cars together and we're talking through the windows.
For Christians, Easter is a celebration of Jesus' resurrection, a celebration of new life and hope for the future. That hope needed more now than ever.
To say amen, we could all just honk our horn, but we don't want to disrupt the neighbors.
I love the message every year, even though it's like the same message, I love the message.
In the midst of this pandemic, when it feels like so much has been shut down or taken away, this unique Easter Sunday celebration has been a gift.
Something different that we've never done before, but it's just a nice way to celebrate.
Hanging on to those moments of joy, looking for those moments of gratitude, it's something I plan on carrying forward, and I hope that you do too. I'm Jennifer Ann Wilson, 7 Action News.
Pope Francis celebrated Easter like many religious leaders today in a modified form due to social distancing. The Pope holding Mass in a largely empty basilica with a few essential personnel on hand for broadcast to a worldwide TV audience. St. Peter's Square, outside the Church of the Vatican, normally filled with flowers for Easter, was bare and closed off to the public.
Well, new technology being offered for free to help first responders and healthcare workers avoid spreading COVID-19.
Simon Shayket showing us a local company answering the call to help keep our heroes safe with EPA and FDA approved solutions.
A Waterford company says at no cost they're ready to help first responders and medical professionals stay protected against spread of coronavirus. In fact, they've already put their technology to use.
We disinfect everything first. But the big key to this is the antimicrobial finish that we're putting on. It's a coating that actually goes over top of almost every surface. Fabrics, countertops, keyboards, door handles.
Legacy Service Solutions CEO Jim Ailes describes it as a type of invisible armor that inhibits growth, repels, and destroys germs from COVID-19. His company, based in Waterford, has spent years working in commercial floor coating, and now they're switching gears to help those on the front lines.
Taking care of a lot of the Oakland County Sheriff substations. We've taken care of part of the jail. They actually want us to look at the rest of the jail. We've done Beverly Hills Police Department, City of Bloomfield, Waterford Township.
Uniforms, vehicles, even those personal cars of doctors and nurses, and fire stations and ambulances. They're all eligible for these services. As our nation and all of Metro Detroit works hard to tackle the coronavirus and save lives, Jim tells us,
we saw the need that was there. We had something that can help. And that's what kind of started. Once we heard the police officer dying, it kind of changed direction. We'll deal with business later down the road. Right now, it's the emergency of getting, because we cannot have the first responders go down.
The company's website has more video and information about how all of this works. We've put that and their phone number on our website, WXYZ.com. Simon Shayket, 7 Action News.
All right, Simon, thank you. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is clearing up some confusion about the executive order, the recent one that was put into place. She tweeted this message today to let people know it does not ban the purchase of car seats. The governor said she has seen misinformation out there and she wants to be very clear about this. The executive order limits the amount of customers in a store at one particular time. Large stores must also close areas that are dedicated to flooring, furniture, gardening, and paint.
Henry Ford Health System releasing updated statistics about its COVID-19 patients. Henry Ford says it has discharged 1,116 COVID-19 patients over the past 30 days, with those patients spending an average of just under 8 days in the hospital. They also emphasize the importance of wearing masks out in public, saying it can decrease transmission of the virus.
Henry Ford Wyandotte is working with police to handle a disturbing situation on the front lines. A COVID patient is accused of spitting on a nurse and a security officer. This happening last week. The hospital released this statement. It says, in part, the health and safety of our team members is our top priority. We have zero tolerance for any assaultive behavior that puts our team members in harm's way.
Well, Stormy Daniels' former attorney temporarily released from prison. Just ahead, why a judge is allowing Michael Avenatti to go home for 3 months.
Plus, a new tool to find coronavirus testing sites. Coming up next, how the function is being incorporated into Apple Maps. Apple is working on a new tool to help people find COVID-19 testing sites in their area. The company launched a portal on its website for medical facilities to register as coronavirus screening locations. Apple will then verify those testing sites and include them as destination options on its Apple Maps app.
Stormy Daniels' former attorney, Michael Avenatti, temporarily being released from jail because of coronavirus concerns. A federal judge allowing him to be on home confinement instead. Avenatti had pneumonia last year, which puts him at a higher risk for contracting the virus. He will return, however, to custody in 90 days while he awaits trial. Avenatti was found guilty of attempting to extort Nike of $20 million.
Well, Easter wishes from President Trump.
Just ahead, his message to the country and how he's observing the holiday.
We continue looking for the helpers amid the coronavirus pandemic. And coming up, we're going to introduce you to a local single mom of 3 who's using her own time and money to support healthcare workers.
A single mom who owns a boutique in Sterling Heights has spent $9,000 of her own money making masks for frontline workers.
Yeah, 7 Action News reporter Saima Chowdhury shows us why she's not done yet and how she needs your help.
When the state shut down businesses because of the coronavirus pandemic, one local boutique owner decided she will use her time and money to help the community. This looks more like a factory than a boutique. Dream Fashion on 15 Mile Road in Sterling Heights is shut down like many businesses in Michigan during this pandemic. But that does not mean people are not hard at work inside.
We're trying to make more and more and more. That way we can pass it to the hospitals.
Shop owner and talented seamstress Noor Shamu is friends with many doctors and nurses. They asked her if she could make a few medical-grade masks that can either be washed or placed over N95 masks.
You have no idea how much we need them. I couldn't sleep all night.
So she gathered up some material and made a few face masks. But then they asked,
Can you do more? Can you do more?
Soon word got out to other healthcare workers and the project grew. Noor pushed aside clothing racks to make room for sewing machines. In 18 days, Noor spent $9,000 of her own money ordering materials online. She then recruited employees and volunteers. She even asked her 3 kids to help pack up the masks.
8, 9.
So far, they've delivered nearly 14,000 masks to hospitals and police officers. The bags carry life-saving protective gear and messages of thanks. All she asks in return? A prayer.
Just I need God to protect us and protect my family. Like I did it from my heart. That's all I can say.
She started a GoFundMe page to raise nearly $10,000.
What we're doing, it's helping each other, thinking about other people, not only about ourselves.
She's hoping to spread the word so she can help the heroes who are saving lives.
I have to continue.
So if you want to make a donation, just go to our website at WXYZ.com and you'll find a link to the GoFundMe page. I'm Saima Chowdhury for 7 Action News.
Saima, thank you. Across the pond, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been discharged from the hospital. He tweeted a message today to thank the frontline workers who cared for him and released a sometimes emotional video as well. Prime Minister Johnson had been suffering from severe symptoms of COVID-19. He will take some time off to recover.
President Trump is marking Easter Sunday with a message of hope to all Americans.
We're winning the battle. We're winning the war. We'll be back together in churches right next to each other. Celebrate, bring the family together like no other. We have a lot to be thankful for. Happy Easter, everybody.
The president observed the holiday at the White House by live streaming the Easter services of a mega church in Dallas.
And be sure to stay with 7 Action News and WXYZ.com as we continue to track the spread of coronavirus.
We will bring you all the latest updates and developments as soon as they become available.
All right, the winds are going to be whipping out there tomorrow.
There are. We've got Mike Taylor tracking this for us, and this could have a huge impact on our area, right, Mike?
I think it will. It's not going to necessarily be the high wind warning. Most of that's been isolated up towards the northern sections of Michigan, but we'll still have some issues here locally. So just as a reminder, we were mentioning this at the top of the show, your patio furniture and also your trampolines, trash cans, make sure you have those prepared, anchored in your backyards, just because the winds will be strong enough to, we'll just say, displace them out of your yard. You don't want that to happen. And also, we could have some power outages or some power outage concerns. So make sure your devices are charged up. We are under the stay-at-home order, and you can imagine not having any connection at all to the internet. So hopefully we'll be able to have some power left. But if not, make sure you charge things up. Just in preparation for this storm system as it arrives. Here's a look at the wind advisory. It goes for all of Metro Detroit. That's because wind gusts could be up to 45 miles per hour or greater. This will be from the morning into the evening on Monday, and we're dealing with rain as well. I also want you to know about this too. We have a lakeshore flood warning in effect for St. Clair County. Those west-southwesterly winds are going to be pushing that high water level up against the shore there for the southern sections of St. Clair County. So just a heads up based on those winds as well. Rain is in play again, mainly scattered or light right now, but let me take you to the south here. This is where our next batch of rain is going to be pushing in from. You'll look to the southwest of South Bend and Fort Wayne, Indiana, and even more so, you'll see a large rain shield near Cincinnati, as well as Charleston, West Virginia. That's going to be lifting up towards the north and west, or north and east. That gives us our next opportunity at picking up some rain. And temperatures are still climbing as well. We're at 60 degrees. Normally I would show you the almanac, but I can't simply because the high temperature is still in play here. We're at 60 degrees right now. It is a mild feel outside, but winds will continue to pick up, and we're expecting the rain to return. That's going to be for the overnight hours primarily. Even though we could see or hear a flash of lightning, rumble of thunder passing through, most of this is just going to be some heavy rainfall, and that's about it. Temps will stay near the 50s for tonight with rain likely. And then jumping ahead into your forecast tomorrow, watch how the winds spike for the late morning hours through midday. We could have wind gusts near 50 miles per hour. And then by Monday night, those winds will slowly start to calm down. And that's when we're expecting the wind advisory to expire as well. So the 7-day forecast shows we'll go from 57 on Monday to the 40s. And once the 40s return, they are going to stick around all the way into next weekend. A few rounds of seeing some rain, but the